How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Amityville Turkey Day from 2024. This is directed by Will Collazo Jr. and Julie Anne Prescott, and stars Steve Kieleski, David Perry, and Amanda Flowers. And this is a sequel to Amityville Thanksgiving. I guess they decided to go with Turkey Day because Thanksgiving 2 would have probably killed their numbers a little bit. Amityville Thanksgiving is one of the absolute worst Amityville movies ever, and is more of a scam than a movie. Basically, people talking at the camera, oftentimes describing stuff we already know, or scenes that they just couldn't film, and it's really just runtime padding the movie. Not fun bad, just lazy and terrible and hard to watch. Well, the sequel, Amityville Turkey Day, is almost by default better. Like, I don't want to say it's anywhere close to being anything halfway decent. It's still terrible, but slightly less terrible. I mean, it's actually a movie this time around. Characters actually get up and do scenes. They stumble through the scenes awkwardly. They all seem to go on forever, and most of them are shot in terrible camera angles, and it's terrible and lazy filmmaking, but at least we're actually doing a movie. Yeah, much like its predecessor, it's lazy and bad, not fun bad, and just a slog to get through. But at least something actually happens, and because this is a self-referential film, it's very telling as to how these movies are made. Let me say what this movie's about, no significant spoilers. Basically, in the last movie, the couple's therapist was trying to impregnate someone, and after the police came, he would disappear, and no one knows what happened to him, but he passed away, and that's because the actor passed away. You only see him through archive footage in this movie, and I think some of it is dubbed over by just someone doing an impression of him. Yeah, okay. But anyway, before he passed away, he did manage to get one son out there who is a turkey. Yeah, the killer turkey's actually in this movie. He wasn't in the last one, but he is in this one. Don't expect anything like the poster, but he's here. And you have one of his allies renting out the house to an unsuspecting film crew. It's going to be one of those sequels where they're making a movie about the events of the last movie, and we get the self-referential meta humor there. But like I said, seeing them film the movie is very telling as to how these movies are made. It's just really a bunch of dudes wandering into the house. They all seem kind of tired and unenthusiastic. They feel like they don't want to be there, and a lot of them talk about not getting paid for past projects, and they all just want to drink and do drugs, and will constantly be talking about sexual misconduct, which, I hope these are just jokes. But anyway, they start to film the movie, and, like, there is barely any equipment there, and, like, I'm a filmmaker myself. I've done some shorts, and I'm trying to work my way to a feature film, and movie sets are cluttered with equipment. Boxes everywhere, a ton of lights, sound, cameras, but here it's just a few things, and I'm like, gee, they really just do the bare minimum here. Like, the camera looks like a Canon Rebel or something with a really good lens on it, and I'm like, yeah, that really shouldn't surprise me. But the biggest and most telling thing is they talk about the script, and they say, script? What script? We don't have a script. These are all improv. So apparently how these movies are made is they just have a general idea of what the plot is and tell their actors to improv out a scene. No wonder why these things are garbage. Basically, when you do a movie, pre-production is a huge piece of the puzzle, and basically you want to write your script, and get your shot list, have the actors memorize the script, have the crew know the shot list, and if you can do that, that really does speed production along. But apparently no, they're just gonna plop the camera down somewhere and let the actors figure it out. And that's why all these scenes are so loose and rambly, and how the movie seems to have no direction or focus. For real, the whole plot, the actors just kind of stand there and go, wow, this movie's coming along terribly. Hey, where's so-and-so? No, I don't know where so-and-so is. Let me try to do a few funny jokes and we'll have some awkward pauses, and definitely this scene could have been cut way shorter. Yeah, no, I kind of knew something like this was up, but I had suspected that the actors were just bad and didn't know their lines, and they just didn't do more than like 1 or 2 takes. But apparently no, they didn't know their lines because there was no lines. They just kind of did improv. And if you had like the Whose Line Is It Anyway cast doing the improv, you know, talented actors could do a movie like this. We don't have people that are, like, look at how they describe the crew in the movie itself. Everyone not wanting to really be there and people just constantly go missing. Yeah, these are not the talented people that can pull off improv. And maybe if you were doing a found footage, this abandons the found footage concept loosely set up in the last one. But I get if you were doing found footage, you might want to set it up this way so it's more natural and authentic, but you do need a focused line of things happening, and again, good actors. But yeah, this movie is so telling as to why these movies are so bad, and getting to peek behind the curtain a little bit, the level of laziness is honestly super, super shocking. I knew these were bad, but boy, now I know the pure depths of just how lazy these things are. But as I hinted at earlier, one of the movie's big draws is they actually have a killer turkey. And yeah, no, it's there. It's not a great killer turkey. Like I said, the first one is trying to pretend like it was Thanksgiving, which was not a great movie. But even now that we actually have a killer turkey, whew, it's not great. You see the full turkey body in a few shots, but mostly it's just 2 hand puppets. One for the head, and the other's like a claw. It's clearly the size of a human hand. And basically when it kills people, it's either going to be the head pecking at them or the claw slashing at them. Very, very lame kills. Why the turkey does a super, super lame and unfunny Chucky impersonation, which they clearly didn't know what the dialogue would be when they were going to dub it over, because the turkey's mouth movement almost never matches what it's saying. So yeah, it had the potential for something, but it's a super, super lame Chucky knockoff. And he does have like the owner of the house helping him out, and he can be a little funny sometimes. He's probably one of the better improv actors, but it's like not much happens. Like, there's subplots where like some of the crew is secretly trying to look into the house. Doesn't really do much of anything for the overall plot. I think one of them is like the brother of the main girl from the last movie, and one of the crew members looks suspiciously like someone from the last movie. I wonder if there's anything big there. Like I said, there was no plan, so nothing pays off. Don't expect anything. The whole movie is just a loose collection of rambling scenes generally pointing in one direction, and we're slowly gonna get there, but it's just mainly people going, wow, this movie sucks, and hey, have you seen so-and-so? He really sucks. I bet that's why he didn't show up. And eventually, every now and then, we'll get lame turkey kills to break this thing up. Really not great. Slightly better than the last one because things actually happen, but this is still bottom of the barrel filmmaking and still among the worst of the Amityville films, which again really is saying something. Can't really recommend this. I get wanting cheesy so bad they're good films, but don't look here for it. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist here. This should be my Amityville playlist. If you guys want to see me talk about other Amityville movies, including this movie's predecessor, Amityville Thanksgiving, you should be able to find them there. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.